if you don't know, Jada Pinkett has the Red Talk Table. It comes on, you can find it on Facebook. And her mother, and Willow, her daughter, are having like a table discussion about different topics, you know, things that they were dealing with or whatever, their life, whatever. And it's really a good show, by the way. So Willow, in this episode, this last episode, reveals that she was cutting herself. Jada was talking about loss. The whole thing was about loss. And she had lost her friend before, she had found out before they started airing that her friend had died. She has like brain cancer, I believe. And so Willow went on to say her loss was like, she felt like she was losing her mind after her head back and forth. You remember that song some years ago? And she said that she was like, you know, what is my purpose? Who am I? Who am I outside of this? She went on tour and then they wanted her to do an album. She's like, oh, wait a minute, this is too much, so to speak. And she began to cut herself. And her mother didn't know. She's like, what? What was this going on? And she didn't know. She said, anybody know? Your brothers know? My brothers didn't know that. Just one friend knew. As a parent, and going through so much stuff as of recently, I think it's you have to be very careful speaking on other people's parenting, because you will find yourself in situations and stuff that will come up and miss you. I'm speaking personally from my personal experience, but I'm speaking indirectly. You will see that you've missed some shit along the way, even being a good parent. So I have to tread lightly on this. I think it's very unfortunate. Willow had explained, like, basically she was going through this emotional turmoil, this emotional pain, but her physical appearance didn't match that. So basically the cutting was a reflection, is something that you could physically see to match how she was feeling on the inside. The way I interpreted that to be was basically, this is how I heard it. Doesn't make it right, and I'm not down on her in any way, because if a person's cutting themselves, there's something going on. So we gotta be sensitive to that. I just heard, like, I really didn't have no real reason as far as my life is concerned to be in pain, so let me do this. I don't know, you know, the thing about it is I really appreciate this platform that they have created. I kind of think that Willow probably should have been older. They probably could have put this off for years, but it's genius in the way that people are going to watch it because of the different conflicting views. And then people just want to know, you know, they're celebrities. They want to know, what the hell are you talking about? Man, I don't know. That did kind of take me back. But I'm not surprised. I mean, you've heard so many, Michael Jackson, different celebrities handling all that fame at a young age is overwhelming for them. It really is. It really just, and what you see them being weird and have great. Remember, Britney Spears shaved her head. They go through all kind of stuff. It's a lot. It's a lot, and there's a lot that we are not privy to. Yeah. We only know through rumors or assumptions, you know. And then with the whole Me Too movement, you know, coming out, you know, who knows what's going on? You know, you're dealing with sexual predators, and you're dealing with being young and trying to process all of this fame, and motherfuckers following you everywhere, and people always got some shit to say. You can't take a shit without a motherfucking, you whip like a fucking bird. You know, it's just a bit much. So, right. You know, I don't know. I don't really know how to feel.
Yeah. I do agree that you have to tread lightly with the topic. You know, on me personally, I would never judge someone's parenting. For one, I'm not a parent myself, and so because I have not went through the experience of being a parent myself, I don't know what that experience is. But what I can say is that I could only imagine that if I were a parent, it must be difficult having a child in the spotlight. I could never imagine, you know, I would not know how to handle my child being in the spotlight and wanting to, you know, still be their parent and wanting to control what they do and wanting to have a say-so on what they do, but they have to be here and be there, and they have to work. They have there's people who are depending on them to be there. So I could only imagine that that's very difficult. I could only imagine that it's very easy to miss things with a child that is working and, you know, has to do music videos and photo shoot and be here and there, and you just to have a child that's wanted like an adult, I think that would be very difficult to manage. With the Jada Pinkett and the Smiths themselves, I think they always expressed that, have always allowed their children to express themselves, express who they are, you know, at a very early age and all of that stuff. I think and this is me saying this right now while I don't have children, I think that if I were to have children, I think that I would tread very lightly with how they express themselves at a certain age. That is what I believe right now. If I were a parent, I just would tread lightly as to how my child would express themselves at a certain age. I think that expressing yourself means that you kind of know what you want. I think that comes at a certain age, and so I would kind of tread lightly with that. I think that children still need guidance, and they still need, you kind of have to kind of direct them into certain ways. You have to direct them because they don't know, and it's up to us to guide them into certain directions. I can only imagine that it's difficult to manage a child, and you can't be there all the time 24/7. It's difficult, so I can only imagine that. But I do, you know, as Raquel was saying, I do like that they put this platform forward, like that the three different generations are there, like that they do it in a positive way. I can't say that they do it in a positive way, not like they have Willow on there just in scat clothes and all of that stuff. They are definitely on there very respectfully, so I do appreciate that. As Raquel was saying, I think that me personally, if it were me and my family, I think that I would wait for her to do that when she's more of an adult age. Each its own. Kudos to them for what they put out there. I do think they do it in a positive light, and I do think that they just start the discussion on many topics that are hard to talk about. They get the discussion going. So
yeah, I mean, anybody who opens the world up into an insight of their personal lives, that's pretty brave, because people are so, you know, as you know, social media, people get very crazy behind those keyboards. They become thugs, but you got to be careful with that, because some motherfuckers, as I see recently, will roll up on your ass at your job. Bitch, what you say? So you gotta be careful with that shit. My God. But yeah, hopefully one day that person I just mentioned, maybe we can introduce them to the camera.
Definitely.
That was all type of foolishness, and I was here
my
for
goodness, it would definitely be a treat.
So well. Yes,
absolutely.
Yes. So thanks you guys once again for tuning in to Porch Talk. Please make sure you comment your thoughts down below. Check out that video with Jada and her mom and her daughter, because it's really interesting. I still have to finish the latter half with her speaking on Tupac. Maybe I'll address that too. Maybe on Instagram. Thanks again, you guys, for tuning in. Check us next time. Bye. Make sure you choose Rocky Road Productions LLC Porch Talk to feed your entertainment needs. And you can do that by following us on Facebook, Instagram. Make sure you like this video and share it with all your family and friends. Tag somebody in it, why don't you? And don't forget to comment down below and let us know how you feel. And before you leave, make sure you subscribe. That's right. You'll catch us every week. Looking forward to see you again next time. Bye.